Hello everyone, so today's tutorial is going to be about this calculator that I just created in Scratch. So this calculator can do operations of one digit with addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. So for example, if I have something like 2 plus 2, we should get 4. And we have that. If you just click on the C button, everything just gets removed. If we have something like 9 times 8, we should get 56. Or no, not 56, 72, sorry. And yeah, so this is basically a calculator. 9 times 9, 81. Minus 2, 6. So yeah. That's what this calculator is, so let's go ahead and make it. So here we are in the normal Scratch page here. So what we want to do first is we want to get rid of the Scratch cat and make our numbers. So there are 16 numbers, so we just go to paint from this, choose a sprite, and make a black circle. If you hold the shift key while making the circle, it becomes perfect instead of just some weird oval kind of like this. So we can adjust the size of this. Wait a sec. Yeah, so if we can adjust the size of this by clicking Control Alt and then just adjusting the size according to what you like. This size should be fine. Maybe bigger. Yeah, this should be good. So now what we want to do is we want to zoom into it and type our number or whatever operation. So I'm gonna write inside this text, or not text, but circle 1. Yeah, and it's also black font, so we need a white font, so we better make the brightness all the way and the saturation to 0. Here 1. And align it. There we go. So now we just have to duplicate this until we can arrange them correctly from like So now what you're gonna want to do is you want to have these circles. So just show you how to make them. So what you want to do is you want to have a circle with a text box in the middle and the circle on the circle, like the circle with the text inside it, and then adjust the size with it by pressing Control Alt, which will change the size. And yeah, so that's how you can change the size. And if you want and to start off as a circle, like when you just press this, Control won't exactly work. So you're gonna need to have Shift, and then later you use Control and Alt to change the size from here. Kind of like this, yes. So now we did that. We wanna duplicate it and duplicate this so that there are 4, so that we can complete our first row. And align them. There. And now just replace the one with whatever. No. 1, 2, 3, and then plus. So just like that, what you want to do is you want to just arrange them in order and complete the 4x4. Okay, so after we have done this, after we have have our 4x4 box kind of thing, we'd want to make our variables, because our variables are also going to be important. So we go to variables, make a variable for all sprites, and we want to make a variable called number 1, number 2, we want to have another one called operation. I just named mine number 2 with a question mark, because this variable is like a true or false variable, which will tell whether whether like the input should be for number 1 or number 2. So this should, I'm just gonna name it like this. So you can name it whatever you want, honestly. I couldn't really think of a name. Then you'd want to have answer and answer done, which basically means that is the equation done or no. And the last one is expression. And the reason why you're gonna need this variable, just hide all of these. So the reason why you're gonna need expression is that on my original example, when we typed in the equation, it would show what equation is. So that equation is the is inside the expression variable. So what you're gonna want to do is you want to go to your first button and say when the sprite is clicked, wait a sec. When the sprite is clicked, if wait a second, it's supposed to be if else. When the sprite is clicked, if else, number 2 equals false. We should actually just go ahead and say what our variables are going to be. So when the green flag is clicked, set by default set number 1 to nothing. Set number 2 to nothing. Set number 3, not number 3, set operation to nothing. So what I'm doing is that when you start the calculator, normally like the answer and the input box are completely empty, so that is why I am not adding any value to number 1 and number 2. And then number 2 with the question marks, set it to false. Set the answer to obviously nothing. Set done to false, and set expression to 0 or nothing. And then obviously what we want to do, okay, not obviously, but what we're gonna want to do is that we have to make sure the expression set expression to join. So what we want to make sure is that the expression equals number 1 plus operation plus number 2. So we just order that in the correct order. And number 2. So now what's this gonna do is that the expression is always gonna be number 1 plus minus times. Oh, okay. I just realized I didn't do this. Let me just do this. These 3 numbers real quick. These 3 numbers. Okay, I'm back. So we were here. So yeah, so when we are typing something, number 1, it will display on expression that number 1 plus operator plus number 2 is gonna be the expression. So now that's done, we need to add a code to each of these numbers, explaining on not explaining, but setting number 1 and number 2. So if number 2 equals false, when this button is clicked, if number 2 equals false, we're not including a forever loop because this is gonna happen every time that we press it. It's not gonna be forever. It's only gonna be just for once. So we're gonna have if number 2 equals false, then we're gonna make sure that we set number 1 to 1, and we're also gonna make sure that now we set the number 2 with question marks to true, because now we are on the second number, not the first number. So yeah, set number 1 to 1 and set number 2 with question marks to true. And then now in the outside, you want to make sure that we set number 2 to 1 and set done to true. So now that is done, we have to just do the same thing for the rest of the sprites, right? Yeah, we're supposed to do it for the rest of the sprites. So yeah, see you then. Okay, so now that's done. What we now are going to want to do is to First of all, we need to make sure that we display the expression and the answer. See, yeah, if you right click it, then we want to say show large readout. So the answer goes on the right and the expression goes on the left. So now that's done. What we just do is we can type our equation. 5 minus. Oh yeah. I just realized that we had to also do the operation. So what we're gonna want to do is pretty much just do when the sprite is clicked, set the operation to addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division. So that can't be too hard, so I'm not going to be pausing right now. So you just go to events, when the sprite is clicked, set up operation to addition, operation to plus. I'm just gonna copy this to the subtraction one, multiplication, and division. Where's division? Here. Wait a second. This is supposed to do multiplication here, and I have to do division here. Okay, so now we have all our operations done. We just do 4 minus 2. It works, just works. However, now we need to have the answer displayed on the answer variable section. So what you're gonna want to do is, it's a kind of complicated code, but what you're gonna want to do is, when the sprite is clicked, if done equals 1, if done equals true, I just use 1 because I was used to have it saying true in programming as 1, especially in C++, but I'm just not gonna talk about that. But if done is true, then what you're gonna want to do is set the answer to number 1 plus number 2, and you have to also write what is the if statement. So I'm just gonna say if the operation equals plus. So yeah, just like that, we have to just do it. Oh, okay, there we go. So now I wrote 8 plus 9, and then I got 17. So this is working. So I'm just gonna pause the recording Okay, I don't need to pause it because this can easily be done. 3, 4 minus times divided by Raiders. No. If operation equals minus K, just keep happening all the time. There we go. So now this calculator is pretty much functional. Yeah, I was not supposed to write 58, but yeah, it actually works. So no, all I have to do is just make sure that the C button is functional. Otherwise, every time I just have to click on the green flag. So what I'm just gonna do is go here, move this block, and pretty much copy everything. So now it will just return to its original state as if it was from the beginning. Oh, and I'll better drag this. Come on, here. Come on. There. So now this should work completely perfectly. Click the C button. Wait a second. Oh yeah, I just remembered that I was supposed to say when the sprite is clicked. So let's just do that real quick. So 5, 6. Okay. Oh no, I wrote double digits. Okay, perfect. 5 times 8. Okay, 40. Perfect. So now this is pretty much done. You can just do a bit of formatting, just like how I did it in the first example. I can just add some square and perhaps say equal. But this is basically the calculator. I'm just gonna save it. So yeah, this is how to make the calculator, which can do 1-digit operations. I hope you like this, and I'll see you in the next video.